Hi all, welcome to this Stade Brestois or Brest League FIFA 21 team predictions video. This one I expect to be quite difficult because looking at the team for next season there might be a few additions thrown in to improve it, like depth wise, but expect this potentially to be at one of these teams that's maybe not the 11 players for FIFA 21 for League SBC. We'll get into it as usual, folks. Comment down below who you think. We'll get an upgrade, downgrade for Brest. They got promoted, they were like second to get promoted, and then they were like 14th in their season up, so before the season ended. But it's always be awesome. So to the channel if you're new, follow me on Twitter, the Legend. All links are down below for both the channel and social media links as always. And comment, as I said, all support is massively appreciated. I'm not going to waste too much time in this one because, as I said, not as many players to work with. But Larsonneur, most likely a minor upgrade of 1. The team in general before the start of the season only had 2 goal players in Lasne and Charbonnier. Then when their upgrade came, they had 4 with Larsonneur, Lasne, Charbonnier and Court. This year expect only potentially 3 to kind of start you off with. So as I said, Larsonneur is a +1. Ball, I have him staying probably as is. Most of the problem with the team is lack of game time consistently amongst the team. Some of the individual players have had game time, but it's a consistent issue, sadly, and one of the players I wanted to make goal no longer plays for the team, so it doesn't help matters either. But Pierre Gabriel, he's on loan from Mainz, I believe still for another season, or at least long enough for FIFA terms, so he'll probably stay as he is. Perraud is likely to stay as he is, which is not ideal. You'd hope at 73 rate might squeeze enough to 75. It is also worth noting, because they got promoted and stayed up for a second season, there might be natural upgrades, so Perraud might suddenly go up to 75 just by default, but I hope that they don't necessarily go that way. Duvern, I suspect will stay as he is. Nothing really convinced me to kind of upgrade him or downgrade him. Foster, same applies, same for Lasne. Autret, staying as he is. It's actually quite torturous. This is what you find with this team. But Tokyo, though, is an upgrade of +2. Could even sneak up to 3, but he did bargain in form and had a half decent season. I think game time was a factor with him. But personally, I would say +2 is deserving of an upgrade. Then over to Roberto Tavares, 72 rated. He is a recent transfer, so keep that in mind. So may or may not help his cause because it's a transfer, but I suspect he'll stay as he is. Charbonnier up 1, banging in form, main source of goals within the team. Probably a shooting and maybe a physical boost, I suspect, maybe if anything. On to the subs and reserves. As I said, if the team does happen, if the team doesn't get improved depth within, I would suspect you're not going to get this being 11 players, because it's going to be then like an arm and a leg to do. But obviously you've still got time till FIFA 21 and all that kind of, so keep that in mind. Chardonnay though staying as he is. Same for Ngoma. Cardona though is one of the upgrades within the team, has room to potentially go more than 2, but personally I've kept him. Going up 2 seemed reasonable and took it from there. I'll try and pronounce this right. Belkebla, I think that's how you pronounce it. The Algerian midfielder I've kept as he is as well. Nothing was really springing out to me. Diallo, CDM, staying as he is. This is the trend. For once, this is probably one of the teams where you probably will see most of the team staying as it is, sadly. Autret staying as he is as well. Magnetti, bronze midfielder, 61 rated, staying as he is most likely. Does that help really? Not really from an SBC view, even though if you're doing bronze pack method it might help, I suppose. And then Bain keeping as he is as well. But when I was like looking through the team, it's like Castelletto no longer plays. He had potential to go up 2 or 3, at the very most 4. Grandisser, if he was still part of the team, had a chance. Would have helped nicely, but like Grandisser would have probably been the difference maker, if I'm honest. If Grandisser had still been in the team, because from what I understand he is transferred out, that would have probably helped us out a little bit, but you can only get what you get, I suppose. But for me, most of this team doesn't really deserve upgrades, but at the same time I would say if they were to upgrade individual, like say Autret and Perraud, just by default, because of not necessarily being silvers, but it's because we're going to make the team just a little bit more easier to do. Like realistically, this is going to be an expensive team to do for League SBCs, there's no denying it at the moment, simply because there are 3 centre backs potentially, 2 left backs, then you have 1 right back, then the midfield's not too bad, I suppose. In strike force you've obviously got 1 goal, 1 goal mid, 1 goal up front, and then goalie you're covered. It's probably be a couple K at least a defender, and that's when it gets a little bit pricey. And then obviously general mids will probably be about the same, so but time will tell, of course, though, with how this one plays out. But as I said, the team itself, though, even though I'm saying what I'm saying, they may add depth or players within the game. The team might just suddenly get the cards as well, so you might suddenly have that extra depth. That's what you kind of need. If it's just say 7 players, then 7 or 8 players, you would imagine will probably make it goalie, striker, and mid. They'll keep make sure that Larsonneur, Lasne and Charbonnier can go in, because it'll make it easy, because it's you've got ratings to factor in, because it's a brick slot. But we'll see how it goes though. So I'll wrap up on that, folks. Tried to be as in depth as I could and try and explain my reasoning with everything. Smash like always, sub to the channel if you're new, follow me on Twitter, Legend, and I'll catch you all later.